Hi, and welcome to Neo Does Makeup. I'm Neo, and today, this is not any makeup, you saw the title, it's a little tag. So this is I believe it's called the Truthful YouTuber Tag, and I believe, if I remember correctly, it was created by Mel Thompson. So this is just, I saw BA News do this, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. And since we're in the truthful thing, I should probably say, hi, and welcome to Neo Does Makeup. I'm Lonnie, and let's get into this tag. So there's 16 questions to this tag, and just gonna say I know I can sometimes get a little ranty, or I can blabber on for a long time. So let's just try to get this done quickly. I'm sorry, I know I'm terrible. Okay, number one. Have you ever received a product, tried it, didn't like it, and then decided not to review it? First of all, I don't receive product from anyone, so I can't do that. Everything that I have, I buy myself. So everything I bought it. Well, there's a few things I did get from just from a few people I know, and that I didn't review the items because some of them were just older items that were just like permanent things that everyone had tried at some point, like different liquid lipsticks, and a few things. I'm sorry, my rough spot right here is being really rough lately. That's why I'm like trying to hide it slightly. Other things have been out for a little while, and there wasn't a lot of focus on it whenever they did come out. Or one thing I just hadn't even tried at all just because I had been hooked on something else. So on that, I'll be truthful about it. It's like there's some things I have received and I'm really thankful for them, but I just haven't used them because of different circumstances, and I haven't reviewed them because of that. I know that's not what this thing is asking technically, but again, everything I review on camera. That's why whenever Shiseido revamped everything, I wanted to test it out. I tried it on camera. You saw, one eye looked great, one eye did not. Okay, it looked good, but it just took so much time to build up to that good part. Shiseido, we trusted you. Sorry, okay. Product you use alone, but don't show or use online. I guess my skincare. I mean, like, that's the only thing I can really think of is like makeup remover stuff. Like, I use the Neutrogena makeup remover wipes, the ones that everyone uses because they work so well. Or as a cleanser, to take off my makeup, I will either use the cleansing take the day off balm or the Ole Henriksen or Peter Thomas Roth. I can't remember which one it is. It's a very good like cleanser, and I love it because it leaves my skin like feeling hydrated and not oily, and at the same time it's like it just feels really good. Something else is actually this Mary Kay deep cleansing charcoal mask. This is really good if you have oily skin or you have like problems with acne and stuff. I've used this quite a few times, and I'll just like after I do makeup, I'll be like, okay, my skin's feeling a little rough. Let me use this. And it's like, after I'm done, it's like, skin's brand new. I'm probably going to use it after this video. Just saying. So yeah, there is some stuff. Product you want but won't buy because you don't support the brand. I had a whole video. Okay, so here's the one thing. I will record videos and then not post them. I will be honest with that. Most of the times it's videos like this where I'm just sitting down one-on-one talking on camera. And I recorded one way back in September. That was a anti-haul. And I listed a lot of stuff that was going to be coming out for holiday. Because, like, I've said it. I quit buying Kat Von D. I know I want the new Inkwell liners because those are really nice. Like, not gonna lie, those are really nice. They're very pigmented, they dry down fast, and they're true to color. Very nice. I want the Lolita, and I want the Vampira, and I can't remember the red, and the blue, and the white. But her stance on the vaccination has caused me not to buy the brand. So, that's that. Too Faced, I'm just not a fan of Too Faced, but I wanted that gingerbread palette just for one shade. I just wanted Hot Toddy. I just wanted that shade alone. That was it. I'm on the fence with Lime Crime because I know things have changed over there. And I am on the fence about deciding on whether I will ever get anything from them. Since they're now in Ulta, I'm more open to trying it. Since I don't have to buy online, I can actually go in store. Besides from that, there's not that many brands I wouldn't support. So, yeah, just like those two mainly. Let's see. Number 4. Do you have any blocked words? So what that means is like on my channel I could have certain words that will get blocked, and all the comments that have that word will be sent to spam and something like that. I don't have any. I just don't. I'm that person that if you have something to say to me, say it. Recently, I had someone who I like the way I said it to my friends. I'm like, this. Okay, just gonna be completely honest. This is how I said it. I'm like, this bitch tried to come for me, and I at first was really defensive. I will be honest. If it wasn't for the fact that I was out and about, and that I had to think about like, okay, no, you can't just snap back. You can't just clap back. No, you won't. I won't. I'm that person. I want to take my time. I want to collect my thoughts. I want to hear what they have to say. She said you could really learn how to use makeup. I was like, really, Queen? I was ready to snap back because honestly, there's a lot of things I would critique about her makeup and what she presents online. But instead, I said, please explain to me what you mean. She explained, like, she's like, oh, this or this or this. And then I literally went down and did a, like, step-by-step explaining the decisions behind that look. I haven't received a response back, but on all platforms, I try to be open-minded and I always try to respond politely. Yeah. Okay. Do you delete comments? If so, why? Okay, so the only time I delete comments, I'll be honest, like, there's been like 2-3 times I deleted comments. And that's because it was in the spam folder for like months because I use the app that's on my phone. I don't always go on my computer into the studio to read all the comments. I'm terrible with that. I know that. There were times where there were comments that were in the spam folder for like, I want to say 3 to 6 months. At that point, I'm like, it's just gonna be easier. Okay, and I did delete those. Aside from that, I don't really delete anything. Again, I try to respond positively. And the reason I respond positively is because you bring into the world what you know. You get back what you bring into the world. So I want to put out positivity and love. So that way you can just get it back. I know, I'm just thinking about it now. I'm like, God, that sounds so fake. I swear, I actually do mean that. So, okay, let's see. Do you block people? Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. The people I block is because of decisions that happen behind the scenes. As to like, oh, this person is being really negative on multiple comments or multiple videos, or this person is not trying to, like, or this person's being highly, like the one that's sticking out in my head is like there's one person who is being highly like I just have to be like really creepy to me, not just on my videos but in personal comments, like DMing. So I was like, I don't feel comfortable with this. I want to end this. So I sent a little message saying that at that point I was going to stop. They continued, and so at that point I did block. And there's a few people on Instagram I have blocked just because of negativity that I didn't want to bring in. So I was like, you know what? I want to be at peace. Thank you. Next. Have you ever lied about a product to stay on good terms with the brand? I don't care. Honestly. Again, everything I get, I buy myself. So, unless I get gift cards, in which case I thank my family or whoever gives it to me. Honestly, if it's my family, it's my uncle, so thank you. Honestly, everything is my complete thoughts. I think about it. One of my first paychecks working for Spirit Halloween was going and getting the Natasha Denona palette. It was a birthday treat to myself. I felt so disappointed in how that palette turned out. And I see other people using it, and I'm like, great, yay, good for them. But it was just such a fail for me that I just, yeah. And like I said, I really don't care if I'm on good terms with the brand or not. And that's not like a cockiness thing, it's just, if you're going to, I see it like this. If you're going to base your opinion on a person or someone who is in the sphere of beauty where they're reviewing something, they're using something, and they say something about the product that you don't like, instead of listening to what they had to say and addressing it, or like trying to work with them, and you just take it the wrong way and just say, oh no, that's an attack on me, I don't know, no. I'm like, to me that just doesn't make sense. If someone's trying to give you criticism so that we can better yourself, take it, please. That's my thought. That's why, again, when I had that lady who was commenting on me, like, you could really learn how to use makeup, I'm like, please explain. She gave me what she thought, and I addressed it, and I thanked her for her thoughts. This whole thing is, there's so much stuff coming out right now that we all are being very critical. And that's just that way everything can be better for everyone. Okay. Have you ever initially liked a product when you reviewed it and then changed your mind but didn't let your audience know? I mean, there's like a palette or two that I realized I'm like, okay, this isn't working. I'm having a hard time like thinking with stuff other than just this, like this color combination. So aside from that, no. Because I mean, I can't think of anything. If anything, there's stuff I'm like, I like, I'm like, okay, I didn't like how it turned out. Then I look back at the post because it'll be stuck in my head. I'm like, oh, I like how this turned out, or something like this turned out. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I do like it. Like, that's what got me back on the Fit Me foundation, because I looked at some of the posts where I used, and I'm like, oh my god, does my skin look good? So really, I can't think of anything. Influencer you don't trust. See, the funny thing is, a few things back, I was almost going to give them credit for something, but I'm just gonna be completely honest with this. Manny Amy Way, I used to be a huge fan. And after what he pulled with T-Spill, I just can't trust him, especially also the Morphe review. Now, I do know people personally who have tried the Morphe foundation. They love it. I actually have a sample of it. I'm going to try it out someday, most likely Wednesday. I'm going to try to try that out. The review is going to be coming out like after Valentine's Day though, so I know that much. But I mean, if he keeps bringing up so many negatives and then saying like, "Oh, but I like it," really? Because I can think of a lot of times where I have things where I'm like, this is just not working out for me. And so I bring it up. I mention it. Like, okay, no, I can't think of any examples right now because I'm like tired because I've been awake for 26 hours. So I'm like, influencer you trust the most. Okay. There's like two influencers that pop in my head as soon as I think of influencers I trust the most. It would be Nady, aka Pop Lux, and Tati. I say those two because I feel like they share the same mentality as me, where it's like, it's whatever I say is what I mean. Nady has videos where it's like you see everything. Do you see like while he's doing the whole time while he's doing wear tests? No. Does that matter? No, because he comes back and tells you what he did, and then he will show you. He will get up close and personal with the camera so you can see like, oh yeah, no, this is just not working out. Tati, she'll take you throughout her day so you can see how things are working. Or she'll do side-by-side comparisons of something she knows works versus the new item. I appreciate that. I mean, I was even thinking about like, oh yeah, I could do like a full face, like half face, like high-end drugstore. I thought about that. And I know Tati does it. Jeffrey, he's like on the fence because I'm like, Jeffrey, I mainly watch him for entertainment because he's just entertaining. But Tati and Nady. Number 11 is secret tips or product applications you don't show while on camera. The only thing I can really say is how I do my eyeliner, my lashes, and my face. But then again, I've done like my face routine in other videos. Mainly, it's always lately. It's been like this, the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer in my T-zone because it helps neutralize oils very well, but also hydrates that area. It's very confusing, but it helps me like stay oil free in this area, which I greatly appreciate. Before I used to always live by brushes, now I live for a sponge. This is the new Wet n Wild one. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Just a quick little blurb about it. It's nice, very squishy. But I feel like I take longer using that. Otherwise, I can't think of anything I do other than also brows, where literally, I'll say it now, what I do. So, I brush up, draw in, blend, push down, find the base of it, draw in, blend, and then fill in any loose areas. I mean, literally, that's all I do. Otherwise, lashes, liner, I just take my time. Instead of following like this, I tend to follow more like this just to elongate my eye because I know that works for me. Instead of going more up, in which we'll create that like cat eye. I just prefer elongating because it helps like make my eyes look a little nicer. And lashes, I just apply in the center and then try to extend and extend and then clamp. Have you ever showed one product while you were actually using another? No. No. I mean, I will be honest, I have thought about it. Whenever I'm using like something and I'm like, I want to say it's like, if I'm using like something cat and I want like say something that's similar, I thought about it, but I'm like, no, I just instead won't mention that I'm using cat if I don't have to. If I'm doing something on camera and it's like, okay, yeah, no, right here I'm using amethyst or opal, I will mention it. Have you ever not disclosed a sponsorship? No, because I've never been sponsored. Have you ever had a bad interaction with a brand? Yes. Okay, so I can't think of two. One that's like more work related, and one that was not so much. So when I was working at Macy's, there was this one day where we were having to build a lot of sets. We were trying to make everything look nice. We were doing it for Chanel. And we were building like these cologne sets, perfume sets, just to look really nice because we had like a big event coming up. And we had this one lady who was working for Montblanc. And she was trying to get her hands into everything we were doing, trying to like see like, oh no, you should do it like this, you should do it like this. And apparently she was talking shit behind my back, and she was doing it intentionally because apparently she could tell I don't speak Spanish. She was speaking Spanish to someone else and was literally like saying stuff about me. Well, the cologne she was spraying like really aggravated my sinuses, which not a lot of fragrances do. I am lucky with that. But the one that she was spraying was really aggravating. So I let her know, I'm like, hey, I just want to let you know, that one is really aggravating my sinuses. And it doesn't normally have any... And her response was, oh, well, if it's aggravating your sinuses, you shouldn't be working in fragrances. I'm like... I'm glad I have my thoughts where I'm like, don't react. Because my first thought in my head was, and with how you're doing your makeup, you shouldn't be working in beauty. That was my first thought, being completely honest. But it escalated further. We just kind of dropped it. It's like, okay. But then as she's leaving, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be really nice. I'm like, well, you have a good night. No response. Less than a minute later, she turns around, looks at me dead in the eyes, and is like, good night. I'm like, oh, you too. She's like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my friend behind you. And she was talking about Iris, who was behind me. I was just like, okay. I didn't let it show that I was aggravated or anything, and she stormed off, apparently still talking about me to someone else. The next day I saw her, I went up to her, I'm like, hi, I just want to apologize for yesterday. She's like, okay. Tried to walk off. I'm like, wait, please, let me explain. I know that sometimes I can come across the wrong way if I'm trying to be helpful. Oh wait, I forgot to mention. She was saying the name of the brand wrong, so I mentioned, it's like, isn't it Mont Blanc? Because she kept saying Mount Blanc. Sorry. Okay. So I was apologizing, saying I just want to let you know that sometimes I try to be helpful and it comes across the wrong way. And her response was, well, I've been a representative for my brand for, I don't remember how many years she said. So I know my brand, and stormed off. I'm like, okay. Well then. But, okay, so the other brand I had a kind of little issue with was actually inside Sephora whenever they had someone from Anastasia there. And I mentioned how I had a Modern Renaissance palette, but my palette had no pigment. And honestly, I think I still have the video of it, where I was trying to do my Guardian tutorial, but I had no pigment. So I literally was like trying to build up color and nothing was showing up. And I mentioned this to someone at Anastasia, and they looked at me as if I had like 3 heads. And I'm like, no, I'm not King Ghidorah or King Ghidorah. I am me. But they looked at me as if I like was the craziest person on earth. I'm like, hey, I wouldn't let you know unless this actually happened. And then some time passed, and they had another person from Anastasia there later, like very later, like another year later. And I mentioned the story, and I told them about how the person looked at me like that, and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry that that happened to you. There are some times that we have duds, and we are completely sorry for that. I'm like, thank you. Now, if only everyone was like taking the criticism and like trying to understand what was happening. Like, sorry, I know I'm rambling. Okay, I need to stop. Have you ever bandwagoned with other people's thoughts on a particular product? Yes, on the initial hate on some things. Like, I'll watch reviews and I'll be like, Mm. Subculture. That one alone, I can tell you, it's like, I was like, no, 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 I'm not gonna get it. But then I got it and I liked it. So that one I can say, like, yeah, I did bandwagon until like I actually tried it for myself. And I realized, okay, no, this one you need a very light hand and just needs to be a little extra with blending. So that, yeah, I can say I have bandwagoned on some things. Things other creators do that get on your nerves. When they only do the same looks, like, that's the thing I love about doing like things inspired by characters, is that I'm constantly getting a different color palette to play with. I get tired of seeing people do like copper eye, nude lip. It's retired. Like that's why you like never see me have like a copper eye. Or if I do have one, I have a red lip, or I have like something fun on my lips. I can't stand seeing people like, they'll grab a palette and do the most basic look. I'm like, okay, yeah, some people, like everyday people that aren't like heavy into beauty, if they get that palette, that's what they're gonna do. Like, I know a lot of people will not get a palette like this, where it is just like fun colors, unless they were just going to use like these three right here with this as a pop, with this on the lid. I'm like, that's not fun for me. What I would, like, what I did today, I used these two, grabbed a black and a blush to make like a fun look. Although I also could have used this on top of the black. That would have been really pretty. And I'm even like considering another look where I'm like, I'm going to use these two again. I'm going to use that blush. I'm going to use this or another blue that I have. I mean, that's also why like the singles I buy are colorful to go with my collection, except for like, I'll be honest, like these four, I got those two because they were on sale. I got these two because they're actually really pigmented, really pretty, and look really good together. But I'm like, if a palette doesn't have a black, there's my black. I always want a black in a palette, just me. If I need like duochrome blue, if I need like a nice red, a deep blue, a nice steel color, purples. Touched one. And with this, love it. If I need like, I just love it, it's poker face. If I need like a matte blue, if I need like a shimmery light blue, if I need a matte green, I mean, the other palette I see like right in front of me, I'm gonna grab it. One that's probably not that popular with a lot of people in like the normal like world, because, okay, actually it might be, because you look at it, it's like, okay, yeah, you have your browns, and then you have like you have that bronze. I look at it, I'm like, I see the blue, I see the purple, I see the cranberry, I see all the fun color possibilities with it, and I'm just tired of simplicity, I guess. No, again, it's just the creators that just do the same thing over and over and over. And, okay, I'll be completely honest. Yeah, I get my own ruts. Like, right now, I'm in a, like, purple, pink, and mauve rut. Which, I'm sorry. But I know, like, after Valentine's Day, all the pink thoughts will just be like, bye. And be back to, like, I don't know. I probably still will be in purple. Although I might be in blues, because I love blues. No, on my list I have like so many different colors like in my head. I know like I have a look idea in my head where it's gonna be like warm crease, black lid, orange liner, and then like a black lip with something fiery with it. I have like this, like all these different ideas. I'm like, these are gonna be fun because it's not just a copper eye nude lip. And am I shading people with that? Yeah. Yeah. I'm also tired of cancel culture, even though I know, and I will be like, I will be part of cancel culture because of things I stand for, not because I just see like someone did like this and I'm like, oh, cancel. no, like, I try to give people chances because I'm like, I know people can mess up and we grow. But I know this whole video is just like me ranting a little bit. I'm sorry. But that was the last question. And I feel like I got a lot off my chest. I don't know why. So yeah, that was my truthful YouTuber tag. And I know I rant. I'm sorry. I just feel like I have a lot of thoughts and I never get to fully process them. And sometimes just sitting down, having the camera look right at me, and me seeing myself, I'm like, you got to let it out. So it just happens. So I'm sorry. I have no clue when this video is going up, just being completely honest, because I'm supposed to record 2 tutorials, but I saw the time. I'm like, I want to eat. I'm gonna have, after this, I'm gonna go eat, and then I'm gonna clean up everything. I'm also gonna like try to get these like under eyes taken care of. Going to that clay mask, charcoal mask, yeah. And yeah, but if you like this video and you thought, because the other thing, I know people could be like, oh, this was so fake. If that's your thought, I'm okay with it. I always try, I don't know why I say try. I always be honest. I cannot English today. I cannot speak today. I always am honest with what I am at liberty to say. And what I mean by that is I will always say what I can in like in the beginning of this video, like I mentioned like, oh yeah, hello, welcome to Neo Does Makeup. I'm Neo. Then later on I said my first name. I can't say my last name because I could say my last name, but I prefer to like hold on to that for a little bit longer because I'm kind of scared. Kind of scared of like saying it one time and someone being able to find my family and tell them that I do this. And then I don't know what would happen then. But like I said, this is okay. I know. I need to stop that. Okay. Everything I said in this video is honestly my opinions and my truth. So that's the whole point of the Truthful YouTuber Tag. So yeah, get a little more behind the thoughts behind the person that does all this. And but did it completely barefaced. I should have put on BB cream. No, I'm too lazy. And again, so you see, like, that's something else. Like, how many people would be like, yeah, I should have done this with that, but instead I'm like, no, I'm too lazy. I know I'm flawed. I don't claim to be perfect. I'm sorry, I don't know. But if you like this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you're going to do this challenge. And if you did like this video, please do subscribe and click the little bell button, because every time I make a new video, you'll get a notification. Since this is a tag, I'm going to tag, okay, so for this tag, I want to tag Jace Face Lux, Tito Rivera, I want to tag Eamon, because I know they'd have fun with this, Justin Smith, Isabella Thorne, and Star Thatcher. Oh, and real quickly, I did go off camera, but I do want to also tag Edgar and Jason. They are a fun channel, go check them out. It's on the list. I'm too tired to go back through the list because I couldn't. I'm like, I know people, but I can't remember names. So yeah. Anyway, again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a good rest of night or day wherever you are. And yeah, bye.